Do you hear gunshots in the night? Do you dodge bullets when you get out of your car? Do you scope rooftops looking for shooters? Do you keep track of your neighbor's late night doings? Do you look at strangers and think of police lineups? It's obvious you like thrillers. The genre is vast and has a million types and subtypes, but I will look at 13 classifications. Why 13? It's an interesting number, no? Do they really skip making the 13th floor in modern high-rises? Or is it just another urban myth? The whodunit, the classic noir, the coming-of-age noir, the science fiction thriller, the psychological thriller, the social thriller, the historical thriller, the brutal urban, the metaphysical thriller, the Cold War thriller, the chance fate thriller, the evil will win thriller, the retribution thriller. The whodunit. The setting is usually sunny, colorful, happy, involving some kind of group activity. Sometimes old friends go on a holiday and get isolated in a picture-perfect desert island. Sometimes it's the family matriarch's 80th birthday. Or can it be a school reunion? Then the crime happens. Usually a murder followed by more murders. The facade crumbles, the mirror cracks from side to side. Sordid secrets are revealed, human frailty is exposed. A detective emerges who was till now just one of the family. An old bachelor friend, somebody's uncle or aunt from abroad, a retired policewoman or a detective enjoying her annual vacation. She is usually meticulous, methodical, completely harmless, somebody who you can talk to. He is a loner, has curious eccentricities, is a master in chess. A grand finale happens. An intricately woven plot unravels. The reader says, "I knew it," or cries out, "That's cheating, you never told us," or is stunned into silence. In the hands of Dame Agatha Mary Clarissa Christie, the plot became a work of art, as elaborately rigorous as the code written behind a 21st century chess engine, not the one that beat Kasparov. She wrote 66 of these masterpieces. Most of us will be grateful to write even one. In the 21st century, the baton has been passed to the likes of Karen Fossum, the Norwegian queen of crime, the Londoner Ruth Ware, and the Japanese Kigo Higashino. Very few of us are what we seem, Agatha Christie. Or a much older quote from Shakespeare, "Nothing is but what is not," Macbeth. The thrillers of Karen Fossum live by this whodunit code. They are uniformly nihilistic, sometimes outright cruel, challenging all established moral value systems by which we live and behind what we hide. In The Indian Bride, a Norwegian man comes for a holiday to India, falls in love and marries an Indian woman. He makes all arrangements for her to go and settle down with him in the quaint village he lives in, a town full of good people, living below the endless spread of the spectacular northern skies. On the day she arrives, he gets delayed in meeting her at the airport. She reaches his town, the village of Elvestad, in the outskirts of Oslo, alone and unaccompanied, full of joyful anticipation of a new and novel life, and perhaps just a small bit of trepidation. Her battered body is then found in a stunningly beautiful meadow outside the village. Inspector Konrad Seyer is cold and distant. He knows too much and has seen too much. He understands that good people can commit terrible deeds, and no one is altogether innocent. The novel is the stuff of nightmares, a cruel verdict on a global world. Ruth Ware upholds the rich tradition of English crime fiction. Her stories are located in opulent and exotic settings where a commoner struggles to find her bearings. Her heroines are usually troubled women from the working classes, making do with life in the cities, being visited by the sins of their fathers. Unputdownable page-turners, each of her novels resonate with the class equation, the insecurities of modern life that are still more bearable than the horrors of the past. In The Devotion of Suspect X, Kigo Higashino brings together a strange mixture of the Western atomist mind meeting the irrational and limitless passion of the East, empirical science meeting the free-flowing arts, a generic condition of the modern Asian mind. A brilliant mathematics professor devises an impossible plan to protect the woman he loves from the consequences of an inadvertent murder, the end result of an abusive marriage. The whodunit lives on, an aspect of thriller fiction that is present in almost all forms of thriller novels, be it the dark noir or the intense urban narratives, reflective of life as it is lived in the 21st century.